I can't say I'm that surprised by the amount of people in the comments of my last video who shared that they had also been victims of cyber abuse. This is such an underreported form of abuse because people don't know what to do. Before I came on for this video, I wanted to do a little bit more research and I couldn't even find anything for adults. They only talk about cyber abuse in young kids dating, when the reality, this has become really common practice in toxic marriages and regular romantic relationships. So I wanted to share with you some of the lists that I came up with that I've shared with my clients in the hopes that it will help you as well. I am going to preface this by saying that before the abuse happens with the cyber abuse, there are probably other warning signs to look out for, but if you're currently in it, let's deal with the issue at hand. So before you do anything else, what I recommend doing is making sure that you have two-factor authorization, you keep software up to date, you avoid public Wi-Fi, you're cautious of any suspicious emails or messages, and you back up all your important data. So that stuff, just like basic, make sure you do that. Don't accept WhatsApp messages from anyone you don't know, all that kind of stuff. The other thing is that we need to be aware of where our electronics are at all times. My ex-husband, if I left my phone out, he would be able to swipe up and be able to read the last text messages that I got. So if your phone is out there and you're having issues already with your significant other, there's a good chance there's a way for them to go and look in it. If you have your Apple Watch and it's charging, know that if it's not locked, there's a good chance they can get in there and also read whatever your messages are. Don't share your PIN codes with anyone. Your significant other doesn't need to know how to get into your phone. You should be able to feel safe with them, but again, if you're already knowing that the relationship isn't great to begin with, let's not share that information with anyone or change your PIN code if you're feeling unsure or unsafe. So that's just a place to get started. Once you become aware that there is something weird going on, make sure that you change your phone number right away. Immediately call your company and let them know that you're having an issue with your ex, with going through a divorce, whatever it is, and let them know that no one except for you should be able to change any information and have a specific password. That's what I did when I had to deal with all this kind of stuff. Very important to be able to be proactive here. Also, too, get a new IP address. And let the company that you are with know that you need a new IP address. Let them know, hey, my information's been compromised. I need a new IP address. No one else can make this change except for me. Here is a password, or let me have a password that will let you know that it's actually me making the changes. Again, reset all of your passwords, all your PINs across all of your devices. Don't leave any of them unturned. If you have an old one from a long time ago, make sure you know where all your previous devices are, and so that you can change any of those passwords. Get a new email. You might have to walk away from that email address that you've had for 100 years and get a new email. Let only specific people know what that new email is, and only specific people know what your new phone number is. And really, really important is make sure that you're taking screenshots of anything that seems off. Because as soon as you make a change somewhere, take a screenshot. If something goes back to where it was, take a screenshot, because there's a timestamp on there. So you'll be able to figure out, if you have to go to court, when those changes are, so you can show on your phone that there is a screenshot with the timestamp that's on there. Go to the police once you have these screenshots. Once you have proof that you have made these changes and you have the screenshots that these changes occurred. You need to have proof, or police are not going to believe you. And then if police do nothing, then make sure that you speak to a lawyer. And in fact, I would recommend speaking to a lawyer anyway. I would also recommend that you send your friends, family, the people that you feel safe and comfortable with, the screenshots, so that way in case they get lost somewhere, somebody else has access to them so that they can't get rid of them. Also, if you have someone who is stalking your new accounts, or they're making new accounts to stalk you, then make sure that you are, again, screenshotting, blocking, go to police, ask for a victim's advocate, and get an order of protection, because stalking is illegal. I know a lot of people in the comments were worried because they said the police were not supportive or the lawyers did not believe them, but the more evidence you have, the better chance you have of protecting yourself. The idea is, don't roll over. Don't pretend like everything is okay. This causes a lot of stress. This causes a lot of annoyances in your life. I know, I get it. Having to get a new bank account number, having to get a new phone number, all those things are annoying. But if you move everything over and make sure that everything is password protected, once you find out that there's been a breach, it's going to be much easier for you to protect yourself moving forward. And unlike anybody else, we totally believe you. We know that people do this. We know what they are capable of. They will do anything to try to manipulate and control us. So take a deep breath, reach out to us if you need it, get that added support, make sure that you are working on yourself and your mental health and all of that as you're going through it, because this can take a real toll on your body, your physical health, your mental health, your social health, I mean, everything. So make sure that you're getting the right support to work through this. Don't give up. It will get better. Reach out if you need us.